My dad.
I'm a living example of you can get punched in the face and get back up, because I'm the modern day Aztec warrior.
Yeah, I'm spitting it heavy, the mission is steady. Your bitches are jelly, I'm ditching the petty. You're digging for pennies, I'm itching and ready. I open my heart when I listen to Shetty. I'm bold like a boss, but I'm little like Debbie. I know it's a boss, I got richer than Getty. I'm holding the guap and I'm whipping the Yeti. Yeah, Kari can play with advanced moves. I'm fucking my girl and her man too. I'm taking the ball like the Randu. My soul is the one that I can't lose. I soak up the sun like a sand dune. I'm holding up love with the bamboo. I'm rolling the blunt by the candle. Taking the game, running it back without taking a drink. Yeah, I'm the one and I'm making a wave. Rolling the blunt and I'm blazing a J. I'm escaping the brain, go straight for the cake. I'ma take to the bank, not taking a break. I'm made for the race, I pray for the day. I wake with a bake in the greatest state. Are you living in a box? I'm bigger than a box. I'm spitting to supply my bread. My vision on the top is living like a boss when I kick it in a nice white jet. I'm quicker with the bars, I'm wishing with a one. Yeah, I'm dipping to the bar, I guess. I'm switching like LeBron when I spit it in song. My mission's to try my best. Taking a stab, but I came with a bat. I be chasing to grab my goals. If you hate in the back and you ain't with the facts, don't be faking and act like bros.
What's up? Welcome to MMA Underground, favorite part of Tuesday. I am one half of the dynamic duo known as Buddy V, only killing it with the one and only
Sam K. And shit, man, we got a great lineup for tonight. We have none other than Scrapyard's 170-pound boxing champion, King Kai, and all the way from StreetBeefs West Coast, the fucking star himself, Sad Lee. How y'all doing?
Damn, bro. I always get so hyped whenever somebody, like, introduces my name. That shit makes me feel awesome, bro.
Hey, you earned it, bro. You worked hard for it, man. I'm gonna be honest. I know your name comes from Naruto, but like to me, you're the only Sad Lee, bro.
Thank you.
Real talk.
Started off right.
Yes,
I like the whole uniform that you have too for when you fight too. I'm like, yeah, staying true. Oh, I just took a hit too, but I took an oil hit this time.
Hey, well, so while we talking about it, let's go ahead and find out, man. Both of our guests tonight, both have names from prominent animes. Can we talk about how you guys got your names? Let's talk about that.
You wanna go first?
Actually, I was talking to so real name's Armand, like that's my first name. My middle name's Makai. And so I was talking to my brother about when I first heard about StreetBeefs. I was talking to him like, yeah, man, I'm about to go ahead and do this fight thing, you know, see what goes on with it, but I need a fight name. Then he's like, oh yeah, you know, that'll be pretty cool. Like, you should probably go with something that'll be like Kai, since you always go by it. And I was like, yeah, you're right. Then I was like, wait, you right. And then like I thought of Dragon Ball Z King Kai, and I was like, that'll be it. That's it. So ever since then, it's just stuck.
I like that all day. And you earned the name King in front of that guy too, just for everyone to know.
Yeah, I said in my last fight.
With me, it was more so growing up and like struggling with like depression and stuff and not really like dealing with it at the moment. So it's kind of like putting it through boxing. And Rock Lee was a character that I always sympathized with because he was kind of like outcasted, you know? Nobody really fucked with him because he didn't know like any jutsus. Like he didn't know how to like do any like magic, basically. Like jutsus, you know? Like he couldn't like fucking clone himself. He just had to throw hands. And I mean, I kind of felt like an outsider too growing up. So I really sympathized with it. And yeah, I don't know. I'm awkward at explaining it, but I like green too. The color of my card, it's really green. So.
Right, yeah. Well, it looks like the color that smokes green too. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Oh, see, I like that. Oh man, I was curious too. Sadly, will you be fighting at the 3-year anniversary this year for West Coast? Yeah, I haven't looked through the whole lineup. I know there's like 50-something fights. I was like, woo, man.
Yeah, dude, the amount of fights is crazy. I was like, geez, I'm probably gonna be there all day too.
Shit, that's a lot.
Shit, eating pizza.
It's gonna be epic, bro. It's gonna be epic.
Yep.
Why don't you tell us who you're fighting at this 3-year anniversary?
I'm fighting Lil Diesel, aka Lil Fish Paste. That's what I'm gonna turn him into.
I like it.
Now, I'm excited to see that, especially after your most recent one was Island Strong, right?
Yeah, that's the homie though. I fuck with that fool. Shout out Island Strong.
That was a good fight. The way that fight finished, yeah. I was like, shit, okay.
Hey, I gotta say, man, these two, Island Strong and Sad Lee, these guys, they were debating about it. They talked about it. You know, like you said, they're boys. And from what I'm hearing at the time of the event, all right, we're just gonna hard spar. You know, we're gonna keep it cool. You know, all right, cool, yeah. Sad Lee comes out and he's beating this dude. He's doing what he does, bro. He's doing what he does. I'm like, I'm in my head, like I'm trying to ref, but I'm also thinking like, God damn, that's your friend? Damn.
That's supposed to be hard sparring, man.
Dude, you should see how me and Broly be sparring, bro. He came back to Long Beach.
Oh yeah.
This last Saturday, bro, it was crazy. I don't know if you can tell, but I got a couple of like black eyes forming and shit.
Oh, what's up, Derek?
He be swinging.
It was a fun sparring session.
Derek, what up, bro?
You gotta have
Yeah, I went by him a few times, or once. I went by him once, and we had a good training session. And yeah, Broly be swinging, bro. He got the fire behind the punch.
I've been in the boxing gym too for like going on like 2-3 months. I want to say like going on 2 months now. I've been just going to the boxing gym and shit. I've been getting my technique better. Been learning how to. And it's gonna be a really good fight. I'll tell you that. It's gonna be a really good fight.
I'm excited to see that. The last fight you came out, and I already like your aggression and your how you keep that pressure on all your opponents no matter what. So I'm like, uh-oh. And I mean, speaking of great fights, I mean, I know King Kai just had one with Malik Ogun.
Talk about it.
Yeah, I was saying, man, we gotta hear a little something about that too.
Oh, he just swings hard, man. He hits hard. Shit hurts.
First of all, you don't look like you're 170, bro. Are you 170?
No, actually, I'm actually 165. Yeah.
Yo, bro, mad props to you, bro, because that fool looks mad scary, yo. That fool look like
hell yeah. Right before our first fight, I was telling him like, "Hey, bro, just don't kill me. Like, I can lose, but like, just let me breathe at the end."
Bro.
But yeah,
power punchers are always scary, bro. But I don't know. It's just something about that fool in particular, like just the way he comes forward, bro. Like,
yeah, he does the peekaboo style of boxing, which
aggressively.
Yeah, I used to actually do the same type of style that he does when I first started to strike, or at least try to teach myself how to strike. So like I'm a little familiar with it. And then I noticed that I have long arms, so like it doesn't really go for me when most of my opponents are shorter.
KT.
Yeah, KT.
But you know, something I noticed, bro, in the second fight compared to the first, you seem to at some point figure out what you need to do.
And you saw the smile about you.
It seemed like something clicked or something was working that wasn't working in the first fight. Am I wrong?
Yeah, so like with the first fight, I would stand in front of him, like even when like he's like just throwing flurries at me, and I was like, yeah, I need to start moving around. And then once I realized like I can move around and I have a longer reach than him, so I was like, all right, just play for the outside. Like I don't need to go in, try to get teed up by him. Just play on the outside, be cool. If he tries to come in, just tell him that he needs to stay back, and that's about it.
It was like almost like you could tell that once he got that, and he was like, okay, you saw him start to pursue more to the point where I almost felt like, I wouldn't say lose composure, but like you could tell he was like, all right, I'm coming after you. I'm not letting up now. And you're just just
there
having
was
fun.
frustration. You could see a little frustration starting to happen. Like he wasn't getting his way.
Yeah, basically. Like once I started realizing that, I was just like, all right, yeah, I'm just going to start having fun now. So that's basically why I did. I just wanted to piss him off and get in his head with it.
Mm.
It works. It goes to show sometimes, not sometimes, skill will beat technique. And I'm like, or skill will beat the muscles.
Especially with the eye real quick.
Now,
Yeah.
I think I saw a user comment question from an EMC asking if Sad Lee had any doubts about his upcoming fight.
No doubts. No doubts at all.
I'll be tuning into that. That's going to be live stream the whole event.
Possibly. I haven't got a full confirmation, but oh, look at my guy trying to set us up. That would be a good fight. I'm not gonna lie, that'd be a good fight. King Kai does have skills, good size and everything.
Yeah, I saw your fights too. Shit.
Hey, wait, didn't the West Coast already go to the scrapyard?
We've had a few people go out. We've had a few people, but not like an actual invasion.
Not yet, you mean? Yeah.
Not yet.
Can't wait for that.
That'd be pretty sick.
Definitely coming though. Definitely coming. You know, a matter of time, but the year ain't over.
I'm staying on top of my fitness, not like every day, but very consistent. So that way, next time I come off the West Coast, I'm getting in a fight. Yeah.
Nice.
I'm itching. I need some dust in my lungs.
I plan on going down there and over to the East Coast as well.
Excuse me.
Yeah, that's a goal, man, at some point. But you know, Scrapyard is right there, so it's more obtainable, you know, and it's cheaper on the pocket, you know.
Oh yeah.
But,
You can stay out in Cali.
It's cool out there though. I like that shit.
True. I'm trying to go though before winter.
Going out at night after the fight.
Yeah.
The first time I pulled up with a Henny bottle, Weddle knows. I was like 19. That shit was funny, bro. It was funny. I'm already thinking about the after party and shit.
Oh, you know it's gonna be banging, man. Because for one, they haven't had an after party in a few months, so you know it's going down.
Yeah, true. And this time, for sure. Never mind.
Now, I was gonna ask both of you because I have each individual questions about your gyms. Because King Kai, I wanted to ask you about where you train because your skills are awesome. And I've seen Anomaly in your corner a few times. So I was going to ask you about that. And then sadly, I know I've seen your banners with your 50-50 MMA. But I'll start off with King Kai for the question.
So basically, there's this gym over in Bremerton. It's called Shaolin Mixed Martial Arts. So I go there. I train with this guy who actually trains down in Southern California, and he actually was teaching my old coach as well. So once I moved up here and I was looking at the gym, he was like, oh yeah, he teaches me as well. Like I know that guy too. Like me and him were students with the same sensei. So I was like, oh cool, all right, so this has to be legit. So I train up like down the street, actually, like 10 minutes away. And with Anomaly, he was, I forgot how I really got in contact with him, but when I first did my first match, like he was in my corner, and then from there it was like, hey, like this dude knows what he's talking about. I need him to be in my corner like all the time whenever like I'm boxing. So since then I was like, hey, I need you, and he's always like, yep, I'm here. So
he definitely
go ahead, buddy.
I was say he definitely knows what he's talking about. He helped me get a win one time.
No, I was listening to him in that last fight, in the Ogun fight, bro, and he was giving out solid advice. And that brings me over to Sad Lee, man, because one thing we got to talk about, man, is People don't realize how important a corner is. You know, you have that one person who's giving out sound instruction. You hear their voice, it cuts through the crowd. And then you have people like Sad Lee, who's hyping the shit up to no degree. You know what I mean? Like, Sad Lee's somebody you want in your corner because he's not only going to pump you up, but he's gonna try to tarnish the other fighter. You know?
I don't know about that, but
I mean,
I'll have my fighter up though, for real.
Yeah.
I'm about my teammates like that. Like, I don't want my team to lose. I don't like losing, so you know, my teammates are an extension of myself.
Yeah.
Can't lose.
Yeah.
I'm needing you in my corner for my next fight. All right.
Let's go. FaceTime. We'll FaceTime.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. I got you.
Hell yeah.
No live stream, Diesel? Come on, man. Don't say that. Don't say that.
I'm gonna bring something up that I forgot already. Let me smoke some more so I can remember.
Oh, Ryan asked what strain you were smoking.
Huh?
I said Ryan asked what strain you were smoking back there.
I don't even know, dude. I got it from a weed vendor at the Sesh in Long Beach. They have like a weekly sesh in Long Beach. I can't give out the address. I plead the fifth. But yeah, just saying, it's in Long Beach and they sell weed, and I got weed. Yeah, I'm faded. I'm not even gonna take this just because I'm so high, bro. I'm actually super faded.
Thank. What up?
By the way, I remember now. I trained in La Puente at Who's Next Boxing. I'm sure they don't want me to like rep that right now just because it's like kind of like street beefs, you know? I have plans to go like into the amateurs soon, so maybe then. But I could ask them for a shirt and be like, yo, let me rep y'all for this. I haven't asked them formally yet, you know? But the guy, AB, we call him AB. It's not Adrian Broner. We call him AB, but he owns the little gym, and he's cool with me and my coach Ramon Lycan on StreetBeefs.
Okay.
Train over there. Yeah.
Solid fighter.
Yeah, he's good. So yeah, he took me under his wing, and I've just been training with him. So it'll be special.
And you're also a part of 50-50, am I right?
Yeah. I'm part of Duba's team also, 50-50 in LA. It's in Figueroa Street, sus-ass street, but yeah. Haven't trained with them in a minute. I haven't seen Duba in a fat minute. I know he had like a little thing with his back. He says he's okay now. He's like training again and shit, so we'll see if I do end up going. You know, I'll get some footage. It'll be sick. But yeah, he usually trains on Sundays. He usually lets us know if he's having any other days, like training days, you know. I feel like I'm talking too much, man.
That's what this is here
Good,
for,
bro.
Yeah.
Well, if that's the case, I got a quick little question for King Kai, because when you said that you fight on 165, I'm blown away because I thought you were a little heavier, and I do remember you had a match with Solo one time, and man, that was fun to watch. How did that kind of come about?
Well, basically he needed a fight and I needed to fight as well. So he's like, hey, you want to kickbox? At first I was like, oh, he's probably just playing around. Like, he doesn't really want to. And then he's like, all right, yeah, sure. Like, I'll kickbox with you. And then next thing I know, he's like, all right, Ari, talk to who we need to talk to. Like, it's set. And I was like, oh, fuck. He was serious. So, all right. Well, he's probably going to beat my ass too. This sucks. Just saying, I'm not very, like, I respect my opponent all the time. Like, I always think that they're either at my level or a little bit better. So that's one reason why it seems like I'm talking myself down. It's just I'm overestimating my opponent. That's basically
smart.
it.
It's good to know your opponent, but it's also good to not overestimate. You see how many times do people get cocky and then videos that and then woo.
Right. I like to play it safe.
Yeah, I got cocky with Master Raw, dude. No cap. Master Raw beat the shit out of me until he didn't, and then I was like, ah, fuck. But yeah, dude, that was a crazy fight. Shout out Master Raw.
Man, my favorite
I'm about to
fight for
watch that
you
one.
was when you fought Hokage. Man, that was a cool ass fight, especially because the names clashed. So when you won, I was like, yeah, sadly.
That's the homie too, man.
You
Now-
got some bangers, man. What would you say is your favorite fight, and what would you say was the hardest fight?
My favorite fight probably have to be the one with Southpaw, just because it was my first fight, you know.
Banger.
And the most hard, obviously, would be the one that I lost to Earthling, just because I got so tired, you know. And he didn't like hurt me, but he was landing on my face, like he was landing on my face real good. And pause. And I was tired, man. Like, I don't know, I felt off. I felt real off, and I can't say anything other than I was tired, you know. So that was probably like the hardest fight for me. What about you, Master Kai, or King Kai? I said Master Kai. See, look, I'm faded, bro.
No, yeah, right. That's right. I say the hardest fight would probably be with I'd say it would be with E-Money. Only because he's the only one who actually tested out my my grappling. And then my favorite, probably this last fight that just happened. I was enjoying myself more than I usually do.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And I'm actually kind of curious because we're talking about fights. I wanted to ask each of you, what's the most damage you've ever sustained from a fight? Because like you both are skilled, and we've seen the evolution. So I really want to know from your standpoint, because I don't think I've really seen too many, other than like an occasional lucky slip where you got hit in the face or something. I mean, what have you guys taken?
I mean, I say the worst one that it looked worse than it actually was, but it was my first fight against Jazz. It was when I had that little that bump underneath my eye. It was like swelled up, like it was like a baseball. But the worst one was Ogun. Probably that in our first fight, the first time he got a counter on me, hit me straight in my chin. No, it was the second time, our second fight. He got me onto the wall, and then he came up with a left hook, almost went out. Hopefully he's not watching this, but he almost knocked me out. Like I just saw black, and I was like, oh, this is bad. Am I down?
But you know what? That's a way to go ahead.
Oh, sorry, bro.
Say it again, bro. Say it again.
Sadly.
I couldn't hear you.
Oh wait.
He's faded. He's faded.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, bro,
The most damage that I ever sustained was the fight with Master Raw. It didn't really look like it on my face, but he was hitting me hard, dude. And he was landing like right on my chin and on my temple, dude. That shit was crazy. I was surprised I didn't go down, bro. Like, for real. Like, that was the day that I found out that I had a chin on me, because I knew I had a chin, but like, bro, like, you never know until you get hit, and then you really can't do anything about it, you know? I mean, obviously I could have moved my head a little bit, but it was just so weird because he was so like, I don't know, awkward. I hadn't fought anybody like that, so. But yeah, it was an experience, you know? We live what we learn.
Right.
Oh yeah. See, I had like a tie because when I broke my hand, I got a screw put in. When the bone break hurt, but it's like once that pain kind of eased, it was continual. It was more pain in my ass because the longevity of not being able to use my hand. I was like, fuck. When I fought Hitmon Lee, man, that fool kicked me so hard, so many times on the left. I thought I was good. And like 5 minutes after the whole fight, my whole left side was having spasms. I couldn't even breathe right. I was like, you good? Yeah. Dude.
It's all bad. I've been kicked on the side by the Oni a few times because we're coworkers. So he's kicked me a few times over like fucking shadow boxing. Or, I mean, we'll like slap box, I guess, at work. We fucking start slap boxing each other. But this fool like kicked me sometimes. And dude, that shit fucking hurts. Because the first time I wasn't tensed up and he got me, and that fool like made me take a knee because that shit fucking hurt, dog. Like I was winded. It was like, I don't know. I never felt anything like that before. You know, I got hit with a few good body shots that made me think about going down, but I never did, and that made me go down. I was like, oh, I can think about it. Like I can feel it right now, bro. All bad.
Now, do you actually, other than that time, do you dabble with MMA, wrestling, grappling?
Mm-mm.
No,
Nope, not at all.
kickboxing.
I would like to partake in Muay Thai, but I probably have to take a few classes because my hips are really bad, my knees are really bad, and yeah, I have bad knees like genetically. I don't know if that makes sense because my grandma and my dad has bad knees. You know, I have bad knees, so I don't know if that's how that works, but yeah, I've had like knee problems since I was in high school, and I don't know. I just feel like it's like the underlying fear, you know, of like fucking up because I had a knee injury and shit. I had to go to physical therapy for it and stuff, and it's just the underlying fear of like, shit, what if I fuck up my knee again? You know, I'm pretty good at boxing, so might as well just stick to that.
Yeah, at least you don't have to worry about your legs too much. It's all just in the waist up.
Right.
Just build up leg strength, you know, but I don't really gotta like use them too much. You know?
Right.
I was gonna ask you, King Kai, because since we're talking about that, did you have a favorite style that you like to fight? Because yeah, you've done a little bit of everything with the MMA, boxing, kickboxing, and you've had some grappling matches too. I mean,
Yeah, I'll if I can, like I'd rather do MMA than anything else because that's my end goal. Like I want to go pro with MMA,
Okay.
nothing else. Everything else is more like not trying to like talk down about anything else or all the rest of the arts, but they're more like practice for me.
What
Like I can practice on my striking, I can practice on my grappling, but MMA is where I'm always going to be at. No offense, bro. Again.
It's dope too, man. Like you get to see when you're in that setting, we really get to see your composure, man. I can't remember who your opponent was, but there was someone you fought, super aggressive coming at you, and you were just so composed, and you just, you waited him out, baited him out, and you got the dub, bro. I think it was some sort of submission. I can't recall what it was exactly, but I just remember being like, wow, dude stayed composed and just did his job.
That was either Jazz or Scotty, but yeah,
It might have been Scott.
I've been doing this long enough, so it's like I'm kind of used to like people like putting pressure on me. So it's like if I get hit, it's like, oh, all right, cool, he hit me. All right, let's see where I can tag him or like turn the tables on him. It's just I'm used to it. I'm used to getting hit.
After a while, you're like, oh, every day. It's just everyday work. All right, let's get back.
Yeah. I used to train with this dude down in Palm Springs. Not Palm Springs. It's 29 Palms, but Palm Springs. But his name's Chris. He used to bully me, basically. Each time that we would spar. So I'd be like, yeah, this is kind of unfair because like dude's like 6'something, long reach. And so when we go ahead and start sparring, he'd just always be tagging me up. But he got me better.
I'll do that real quick, right? Nothing like pain.
Oh, yeah.
Teacher.
You learn how to block real quick.
Put your hands up. Keep your hands up.
Right.
Yeah.
I saw that one question that I think it was Ghost had. Yeah, about who's your favorite fighter to watch from your own branch. That's actually interesting.
Viking.
Branch, bro, I have a few. From my own branch,
Yeah.
Okay. I like watching Coyotes fights, dude. Coyote, that fool goes hard, dude. No cap. I need to look at my history because I can't think of it right off the bat, but I've been watching a few too. I was like, oh shit. Let me see.
That's the worst. Marijuana affects the memory.
Hey, that's a hell of a pick, though, man. Off top.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Coyote, fucking Island Strong is also another one. Like
Yeah.
watching, he has to fight somebody his own weight. That's pretty cool. Duva, bro, that motherfucker. And just cause like I know that his skill level has improved so much since like his last fight, I know. So I like watching and comparing, you know. But,
Hell yeah. What about you, King Kai?
Oh, I gotta go with Viking.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Heck
Yeah.
yeah, of course, Viking.
He was one of the. It was him and Scotty. Those two were the first ones that I ever watched match. I watched their matches first before anything else in Street Beefs. So like I was like, oh, they know what they're doing. So yeah, they kind of like they're like a catalyst for me to go ahead and join with Street Beefs.
Solo is
And with that, man, I like to ask both of you guys, how did you guys get involved with Street Beefs?
You want to go?
honestly, I just saw that they were starting up a West Coast, and I was wondering where it was. And so I got into contact with Martin through Instagram because I had seen that you guys had already set up a few events. And I seen that, I don't know if I saw it on his story on Instagram or on Facebook, but I seen that it was somewhere in Ojai Valley or Ojai Valley.
Mm-hmm.
But it was in California, and I was like, oh shit, that's mad close. So I was trying to get on it, and I just sent him like training videos. I just posted training videos, and that's how I got into it, you know? Like, it wasn't really anything too special.
Okay.
And you, Kai?
You did it first. Oh.
I thought my phone locked up for a second. Oh, man.
Nah,
We all faded in this biz.
I was like, is it just me? Did time freeze? What's going on right now?
Loading.
It was actually at a bar. I was
It's the aliens. Sorry, bro.
I was at a bar, and it was when I first moved up here. My sister, she's like, "Oh yeah, I know this dude. Like he fights too." And I was like, "Oh, all right, cool." Like a lot of people say that they fight. And then I met up with Tiger Dragon at a bar that was close by, and then he was telling me like, "Oh yeah, you know, I do Street Beefs and all this other stuff." And I was like, "All right." She didn't tell me that you do all that. Like she just said that you fight. Like she basically downplayed you. But I was talking to him a little bit about it, and then he was like, "Yeah, man, if you want to come by, like, you know, I can be in your corner, like all this and that." I was like, "All right, I'll think about it." And then one day I was just like, "Yeah, like I need to start training. I want to fight. I really want to fight." And so I hit him up. I was like, "Hey, when's the next event?" He's like, "It was the September 22nd, I think, of last year." And then he was like, "Yeah, if you want to fight, this is time. This is how you can do it." And I was like, "All right, cool. I'll be there." And then the rest is history.
Hey, I like it. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
It's interesting too how some people have heard of it, some people haven't. And like where I work at, I see all sorts of people. And I've asked most of them, like, "Hey, you ever heard of Street Beefs?" Just throwing it out there. And it always intrigues me. Sometimes it'd be the kid, like, "I love Street Beefs. You know that? Oh, you know this fighter? You know that fighter?" And sometimes I'll say something, and everyone's like, "Oh," and I hear the old grandpa, "Oh, you said Street Beefs?" It's like, "Yeah, I watch those backyard fights. You know that?" And I'm like, "Yeah." It's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. The whole like range of fans that the shit garnered is crazy. Like, it's a diverse set of people that just love backyard fighting too. It's funny. So funny.
Yeah.
I do like to think that's one thing that kind of unites us all too. religions, different ethnicities, views on life, different everything, but we all have one thing in common. That's that we fight. We like to fight. We understand we have to fight in life, and it's nice to know. I'm like, okay, cool. At least I know worst case scenario. I know most of you guys will throw down, so I mean, hey, okay, I don't have to worry about it. And
Absolutely.
speaking of throwing down, I actually got an interesting question for everybody. How would you say that fighting has improved your life?
That's a good question.
It added more discipline to my life, to be honest. It made me focus on one thing specifically, you know, because I didn't really know what I was doing or where I was going before, you know. I was also kind of like a downer, kind of like a negative person before, so it brought a lot of positivity and like light. Made me more social too. I've met a lot of cool people through this, so yeah, these are a few things.
Yeah, I would say that it gave me more confidence in myself because like when I was younger, like high school years, like I was somewhat of I was kind of scary, but it was like more so of like I wasn't very confident with myself. Then once I started doing wrestling and then got into jiu-jitsu, it was like, oh, you know what? I can fuck up some people. Like I can do this. So since then, it was like I feel like that's what fighting's done for me.
What about you, Sean?
Yeah, what about you, Samke?
I mean, I hate to piggyback off of what y'all said, but for sure, confidence, accountability. You know, for me, it's not just fighting because I don't plan to fight for life. I don't plan to fight for a check. You know, for me, it's martial arts and it's like a way of life. You know what I mean? So, like, keep holding myself accountable, holding my spirit accountable, you know, holding my schedule accountable. You know what I mean? Like, I'm serious when I say, like, niggas need to be consistently training, you know, and I got to live that if I'm going to say that, you know? So, yeah, man, fighting, and I would say martial arts was there for me when people weren't there, you know, girlfriends weren't there, pets weren't there, you know what I mean? Whatever wasn't there, you know, at the end of the day, we can train, we can fight, you know, and yeah, the discipline that comes with that.
Yeah.
I feel like the discovery of fighting is necessary, especially like with men and stuff. Because it's like I was once used as an outlet for negative stuff. I felt like in my life growing up and seeing it with family members going through prison, this and that. It's like, oh, you gotta fight, you gotta be tough, you gotta this and that. And then when I actually discovered the martial arts aspect and then the whole self-discovery, self-mastery, that's when I really like opened up my mind to a different world, a whole different way of thinking, a way of life. And I felt like fighting really did help me evolve to become a better person. Because then instead of focusing on the negative of like, oh, whatever, I'm going to go fight everyone. I don't care. If I win, lose, I'm just going to go be angry, to where it's like, I'm not mastering my body. I'm mastering my body and my mind and everything else. I really think that it helped project my lifestyle forward so much. Dang.
Yeah.
Hey, I like those answers.
Absolutely. I got a quick question for Kai though. You're in a situation where you've had two fights with the same fighter. Will we ever see a part 3 of King Kai versus Malik Ogun?
Oh yeah. I mean, we won one now. Like, we have to go for this third fight. Will it be a part 4 and 5? I don't know. But if I lose, then yeah, most definitely. But
Damn.
Match clause.
but I believe next month we should be running back.
Damn, let's go.
Quick?
Mhm.
Let's go.
The teaser. Ooh.
I like
started eating.
Hey, when I lost the first time, I wanted to go that next month, but some stuff came up.
Mm.
But It's all cool.
And still,
I like that. I like that.
at this
And
shit.
sadly, is there an opponent that you fought that you would like to get a rematch? Is that
Oh,
something
Earthling 7, dude. Right off the bat, Earthling 7. I want that
we
back,
know?
bro.
We
That's
know.
actually my plan. I'm gonna call him out after I beat Lil Diesel in the fish pace. I'm gonna call
Oh,
him 7.
y'all heard it here first.
Y'all heard it here first. Oh,
Yeah, I got my ears right here. I'm a
I think it would be a different fight for sure.
yeah,
I think it would be a different fight.
definitely.
And also too, I noticed with the different weight fluctuations, not with you, but with him, we see a different fighter with the weight fluctuations. So it would be interesting.
Tell me, can you tell me? I want to call him an old man just because of his beard, but he's not. Like, I don't know if he's old or not. He seems like wise in a way, but kind of like weird. No, he weirded me out that first fight. I'm gonna be honest. He was really weird. I was like, I don't know if I want to get in the cage.
It was the mental game, bro.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Hey, you remember I was a ref. You don't think
I remember.
dude ran behind my back?
Off his neck. I was like,
But hold on, he ran behind my back. Like, what are you doing? Where are you going? Like, I think everyone was confused in that moment, but the point was to get into people's heads, and not even people's heads, your head. You feel me?
Yeah.
I liked how you fired back though with the trash talk. That was fire.
That shit was funny. It was in the moment. I was like, fuck, he's probably gonna piece me up right now anyways, but it happened. It just happened. I don't know what I was thinking. It just happened.
It was a close fight, bro. I mean, you could see like the gas tank towards the end going out for you, but like you put up a hell of a fight.
Yeah,
hell of a fight.
Just between all of us in the live, he didn't really have any power, you know. It's not like he hurt me. He just got me tired. I didn't really get pushed back like that before, so I got tired.
There was one moment I like when you like your hand dropped from him and he slipped and got you just square in your face. Your head goes back for a second. You look at him like, okay, and just shake your head and get right back to it. I was like, yeah.
I gotta acknowledge them. Gotta acknowledge them when they land a good shot, you know. And my teammates tell me not to do that. They're like, stop doing that. Don't do that. But I'm like, yeah, you gotta give them props. So it's just good shit.
Yeah, how much does he weigh?
Me?
I mean, yeah, you too. I was talking about Earthling.
Earthling? Yeah, how much does he weigh? I don't know how much Earthling weighs.
Again, he's gone through different weight classes, so he could, depending on what he decides, he could be anywhere from 145 to 170, bro. That's what I've seen in the past.
For real?
Yeah, he fought Turtle like 150 flat, I think.
You know, mind you, both of you guys have fought both of these men, but it was Earthling and Malik, you know, before King Kai and Malik. So, you know, we saw a heftier Earthling in that fight.
He did look he looked a little like beefier. You're right, he did.
Mm-hmm. So
He's eating extra good, yeah.
He's like, I don't have to cut. That was a good feeling.
Now, fights are fun. I was going to ask you guys, what is your favorite part about preparing for a fight? Because for me, my favorite part is putting the wraps on. Because then right then I know it's official. Once that first slip was over the thumb, I'm like, I'm preparing for war at this point. I know I'm not going anywhere.
I gotta say that, and actually, yeah, I'd say just that, and listen to music. Otherwise, like, I'm just sitting there, I'm just nervous, like, man, when's my fight? Like, on the last one, oh, great, all right, cool. I'm just here with all this, like, anxiety. But
I feel that, man. I get so anxious, too, even though I've done it 1,000 times.
Mm-hmm. Always happens.
I think it's just human nature at this point, you know? Like, I don't think we can help it as people.
Yeah, if you're not nervous, you're weird.
You don't know how to go. You're sitting there. It's like,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Sometimes like I just get like butterflies, and I like sometimes my legs start feeling like I got static in my legs. You know.
Mm.
That's why sometimes I can't sit down, and I need to just go walk around.
Right.
I feel like an adrenaline dump coming, and I'm like, ah, shit, I don't want to get tired before I even do anything, you know? Like, I start overthinking, and then that gets me tired too, and I'm just like melting in the chair because it's fucking hot. Yeah.
Oh, it'd be burning when you guys fight, huh?
Oh. Hey, but it's cool though. That little gym that I be training at, bro. Usually go like around 4:45. And usually the doors are closed. So it's like a garage gym. You have to pull that
Oh,
shit open, and it's like a
nope.
little ass space. Usually that shit's closed. The sun's blazing. It's been like 100 degrees or some shit in California too. I think I don't know. I'm making up some bullshit right now. It's been like damn near 100 degrees in California, and I'm in there. I can't breathe and shit. I'm suffocating. So I know damn well I'm gonna be able to breathe out there. That's it. That's my 2 cents.
coming out slow roasted.
Bro, you literally you have to prepare for it, man, because we see it time and time again. People go out there and they're exhausted, they gas out,
Mhm.
throw up, call it quits, whatever,
Well, not yet, but yeah.
you know. But at the end of the day, it's like that body isn't prepared. The conditioning wasn't there. So it's like, yeah, the best, as you hear, sadly himself, the best of the best, they're doing something about it, so they're prepared.
Dude, training with that fucking headgear strapped down to your chin while it's fucking like 105 degrees over there. You can't breathe and shit. Ugh. That shit's fucking hardcore, dude. You got that mouthpiece all up in there about to swallow that bitch and shit. Ugh. You're like, give me water. I'm fine. Give me water. The water's all warm at that point.
Yeah.
You get the water evaporate as it comes down.
Yeah. All the fucking boogers hit all those moccos away.
Yeah. See, I've been
I
taking
can
cold
get used
showers
to
and
it.
trying to do running and all my stuff in colder weather. So that way I want to fight again in the wintertime. And I'm trying to be like, so that way that cold does not affect me. So I'm trying to take every precaution I can right now. So those cold, I got almost a full 90 degrees to the left. I'm sitting there like,
hey, man. Wait. Yeah.
oh, shit. Or, oh, snap. I didn't realize we're at 48 minutes. My bad. So we keep everyone let our 45 minutes. We're having a fun time. But before we let anybody go, we need to let you guys say, 1, anything you want people to know about you. 2, all your social media links where to find you. And 3, anything you want to say.
You want to go?
I'm eating almonds. Eat almonds. They're good. Yeah. I don't really feel the need to plug my Instagram. Do I have to? Sorry.
Whatever you want, bro. Whatever you want the people to know. It's your time.
Be positive, train hard, drink a lot of water. That's it. Nah, I'm out. Deuces.
Yeah. So my plan is I'm going to be going for just run the whole 170 weight class. So boxing, MMA, kickboxing, Muay Thai. I'm taking all the belts. You can go ahead and find me on King_Kai, just how it's displayed right here. 142. Yeah, that's about it. Y'all have a good night.
Appreciate you, brother.
I'm like I just looked up because I'm sitting here having a grand old time. Like, ooh.
Yeah, man. It was just flowing, bro. Just flowing. 2 great fighters, man. Great conversation. That's just how it be sometimes.
Right, and that's the best part. That makes these shows twice as fun. Yeah. But You guys know before we have these super fun segments that we always do, we have a little word that you have to listen to.
Hi guys, Bushido Zed here with StreetBeefs West Coast. Make sure you check out OTH, okay, magazine. They've got YouTube, website, I believe, all kinds of stuff. They have Cuzzo, checking out reactions. It's awesome. We have a lot of bangers. Check out OTH, you guys. Thank you.
Yo, Free Smoke with you guys, man. I just want to give a shout out to Overtime Hustlin' magazine, man. Go cop the edition, man. Go cop the edition, the latest cover, man. They put me on a few covers ago. Go get yours right now, man. And shout out Cuzzo, man. We'll see you with the reactions. Love you, dog. Much love. Overtime Hustlin'. Let's go.
With KT here. Make sure you check out OTH magazine, man. They got all the hits in here. They're gonna tell you everything you need to know about everybody on the underground. All right.
Welcome back to MMA Underground, because you are here for Buddy V's Fighters to Watch.
Buddy V's Fighters to Watch.
This is a fun one because Matty Ice was on the Fighters to Watch once before. Pretty cool. But the Dart, holy crap. This fight that they had ended up being one of the top fights of the entire day. Non-stop striking, grappling, reversals. These men were tired and they kept digging deeper and deeper. This is what the definition of a good fight was like. This man went all out. I want to see the Dart come back. I want to see him come for the championship. He's 155. I want to train some more and I want to get my fight with him too. So, Fighters watches the Dart. Second, StreetBeefs West Coast, Savage. Now, this man, I watched one of his fights, which is the one you see here, and I really enjoyed this fight. What caught my attention was he actually had a second fight of the day, and it was made known that his opponent didn't have it when he stepped up to the plate. That's the kind of heart that you cannot buy. You were born with or you don't have it. And as you see in the fight, he keeps coming back. I want to see more of him. If he can do 2 fights in a day, I want to see what else he can do. Third one. This is an interesting one. The freelance gynecologist. Now, if you've been watching StreetBeefs, you'll know that this guy is no new fighter. What is new is the way he comes out and he completely dominates. He has a fight from over a year ago and over 2 years ago. And he did a little fun, little experimenting. It kind of went whatever, and he was different. This fight, you could tell his demeanor was just different. He came out and he made work. He made sure that he got what he came to do. And, yeah. So, freelance gynecologist. Those are my 3 fighters to watch.
Solid picks, bro. Solid picks. I watched some of those fights recently, actually. So, man, bangers. It might be about that time, though, man. I don't know if you smell the smoke, but I'm starting to see the fire.
See a little flame,
Yeah, what up, what up? Sound K and the Fireflies. First and foremost, we're going to take you to StreetBeefs OG Yard. You see it. Lil Mac versus El Güero. The legend Lil Mac in his final fight with StreetBeefs. And this fight was not a disappointer at all. You see it. It went the full 3 rounds. And what can I say, man? Both these men come in with heavy shots and counters, exchanging big punches the entire fight, every round. We finally got some solid competitive competition for Lil Mac. And yeah, man, we saw the experience. We saw the composure. and we saw a game opponent. Everything you want in a fire fight. Street Beefs, OG Yard, Lil Mac versus El Güero. Firefight. Moving on. This is a firefight right here. StreetBeefs Scrapyard. If you're trying to look it up, you're going to have to type in what you see right here, Master of Trash Talk versus the Head Kick King. If you're wondering who that is High Speed versus Cero. This was an incredible fight. First and foremost, both these guys are superstars of the Scrapyard, and they gave us a fire flame fight. We see intelligent planning on High Speed's part. We see Cero showing heart, determination, grit, and man, this is what you want to see in a firefight. These warriors, after grappling for 2 rounds, last round they said, you know what, let's just stand and bang, and that's what they did. Street Beefs, Scrapyard, High Speed versus Cero, firefight. Yeah. Now I'm going to take you back to Street Beefs West Coast. Our guest tonight, Sad Lee versus Master Raw. He mentioned the fight earlier, and this is the fight he was talking about. Check this out. First and foremost, these men were throwing heat seekers the entire time. Heavy shots. We got to see Sad Lee working the body and pressuring his way in. Very high energy in this fight, and surprising little outcome. Street Beefs, West Coast, Sad Lee versus Master Raw, firefight. Yeah, I'm going to take you back to Street Beefs OG Yard. This is one of the best boxing matches I've seen in any branch. Lights Out Laco versus Brian. This is what you need to see tonight. Amazing skills, high IQ, punishing counter shots, digging body shots, consistent combinations. I think that's something that we forget about, is throwing multiple punches and continuously throwing multiple punches. And this is what we got in this fight. Banger. The way I saw it, it was Hulk versus Broly, point blank. Like I said, one of the best fights I've seen. Check it out. Street Beefs OG Yard, Lights Out Laco versus Brian. And now we're going to move on to the final firefight of the night. And my co-host Buddy V mentioned it earlier. And yeah, this fight did not disappoint. This is Matty Ice versus The Dart. If you're trying to look it up, you're going to have to type in, we had to stop this crazy backyard MMA fight. It's located StreetBeefs Scrapyard channel. Again, another banger of a fight. We saw some beautiful grappling. We saw reversals, competitive wrestling, both men scrambling, trying to take the dominant position, and some serious near misses. And at the end of the day, we got a shocking stoppage. So this is exactly what you want to see in a fire MMA match. Again, Street Beefs Scrapyard, Matty Ice versus The Dart, firefight. Samke and the Fire 5.
Fire fights, and you guys know that last one in fire because we both chose that, and we didn't even tell each other about it.
No, I'm telling you, man, and that's the beauty of it, bro. We both saw it, and to the audience, you guys go look up these fights, man. It's not a waste of time. I promise you. You're gonna see some bangers. You're gonna be entertained, and if you've seen the fight, hit the replay because you already know it's a firefight.
Hell yeah. Well, unfortunately, it's about that time, y'all. And as much fun as I've had this whole night with every single one of you in the comments, we're going to have to wrap the show up. What do you say, Samke?
It's about that time, brother. We had a great episode as always. First and foremost, I want to thank our guests. You guys were phenomenal. We highly appreciate you guys. Sadly, King Kai, you guys go check out these two fighters. Their fights very entertaining. I want to thank the people in the live chat. I want to thank the people in the comments. I want to thank the people watching us on replay. We appreciate you guys. We do this for you all. Street Beefs OG Yard, Street Beefs Scrapyard, Street Beefs West Coast, Street Beefs Dirty South. We do this for y'all. Appreciate y'all. Shout out to Heart in the Fight. Always appreciating what you guys do for the community, for the fighters as well. Shout out to Overtime Hustling Magazine. We appreciate you guys. Always giving us great content. And yeah, man, like I said, always, I don't really do the social media. If you got me, you got me. If not, catch me on this show. Same time, same place, every week. And yeah, man, I just want to lastly thank the greatest co-host and the best producer. And yeah, man, that's it for me.
Oh, yes, and yes. Shout out to Joel, the company, the one and only, where you can find Joel-World.com for the MMA Underground t-shirts and the Yankee and the Brit t-shirts. If you have a favorite fighter, you might see some of their shit. And I might just put these up to let other people help support Jay Gotham. It was originally just a scrapyard thing, but I think I might do that. I've had enough people hit me up to where I'll make it available. So that way y'all can get it. And with that being said, Joel_Buddy B, because I have a new flyer that I'm about to put up. I'm going all over the place. I already have my hand in a couple other fun little things. Ooh. So it's been going up and up. It's been going crazy. Yeah. Other than that, thank you everybody for your time watching. I can't do this without you, Somke. Thank you for everything you do. Thank you, Jay, for killing it behind the stage. I know that we try to keep you on your toes once in a while. So with that being said, in the words of Jay, one world, one love, deuces.